What is up, legends? My name is BlindedMarksman, and welcome back to another Overwatch gameplay video. And in this video, I just want to show off how fun Overwatch can really be. The gameplay you watch in the background, I'm using Reaper. We're playing Control, and I believe the map is called Lijiang Tower. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the names of the maps just yet. But the game is tied one win each, and this is the deciding game 3. Again, I'm using Reaper, and I think this is probably the second time I used them in since the game launched. But when the beta came out, this was probably my favorite hero to use. Um, he's a very close quarter combat hero. He wields two shotguns. I believe they're called Hellfire shotguns, and they just wreck up close. Sometimes you could get like a two-shot kill on someone, depending on their armor and how much hits they could take. But definitely close quarters. I go on a big tear throughout the match, but what made it really fun was the deficit we faced. Like I said, coming into the game, it was tied up one win each, but right here we're fighting for control for the control point for the last control point of the game, and we get a team wipe, and unfortunately the opposing team just goes on a big huge lead. I believe they're winning. I want to say by 58 points, maybe, give or take, before we even started getting control. But the game is just so much fun, and right now I'm playing with my friend Mark, Reveler at Big Bang. Uh, you might be able to hear him in the audio in the background. He's very enthusiastic when it comes to playing games. He gets really into it, and I actually just feed off his energy at times, just how excited he gets and how pumped up he gets, and that's what makes this game so fun. It's just it's competitive, but it's so fun at the same time. Like, it's not something too serious, nothing that's gonna make you rage or anything like that. But clearly, if you play against a really good team and they kick your butt, then there's gonna be times that you're gonna be a little salty. But for the most part, this game is really fun. I just love it. Like, I have no complaints so far. And I think this is when they start building the lead, and it's going to be a little struggle for us to start making the comeback. But we do make the comeback, and again, this is why the game is so much fun. But going back to Reaper, like I said, he's probably my favorite hero to use right now. You gotta be really close in their face. Obviously, you could use the gun from distance, but it's not going to get that much damage. He has a couple cool abilities. He could teleport from place to place, and it really could set up your line of attack if you use your teleportation correctly. He also has a thing called a wraith, where you become like a shadowy figure and you float around between the map. You could either use that defensively or offensively, and I think that the more comfortable I got using Reaper, the more I utilize that wraith. I used it defensively at the beginning when I first started playing this, and later on and during the play session, I think we played together for about 3 hours, three and a half hours, and I started using the wraith more as a setup for my alt, and the alt is just basically him spinning around and 360 degree, just shooting at anyone that's around his range, and it does work. Like, it kills people pretty instantaneously. And at first I wasn't really too sure how to use it. Every now and then I might use the alt, and I only get maybe one or two people. But later on in the night, I really got comfortable with it and started using my wraith to kind of set up, and I'll go invis. Excuse me. I'll go invis into their group, because when you're in your wraith mode, one, you can't take damage and you can't hit them either. But you could set yourself up. You could go through walls. You could get in between where they're at, and there's a big crowd, and you could really do work. So I've been using Wraith to kind of like set myself up if I'm not using defensively, and I think that's probably the best way to go. And I think it is when we started making our comeback. But yeah, this game is so much fun. I can't talk much more about it. It's like everything about this. And then here, I've been using my FPS skills. Just kind of like dodging back and forth, looking for cover before I take on my opponent. Trying to size them up. I use my teleportation, trying to see if I can get around them. But the other thing that I'm going away, but here I wasn't really noticing what the score was, and I was like, oh shit, they're about to win. Let me get in here, and here is when I really started holding it down, and I think that's the best way to use Reaper. You want to kind of zone the objective. You don't want to stay too put into it. You kind of want to just dodge your move, and get some kills while you can. And that's really my main focus. I kind of use my teammates to make sure they were at the control point, and I was just trying to slay as best of my abilities, and making sure that we still had the cap if anyone died. And like I said, this is what makes this game so much fun. It's just the back and forth. You could either be huge in the hole, and you could just dig yourself out with a good timing of a push. And this is one of these examples of we make a group effort, and we come out on top. Reaper, like I said, he's probably my favorite hero right now. I'm gonna be starting using him a little more. I want to really get a good feel of him, kind of know where's my distance, how far I could be before, so I could get the best of my shots. Clearly you don't want to be too far. Dual wielding shotguns. This isn't Modern Warfare 2. If you guys are back in the COD days, they're not gonna snipe shotguns. But I'm really interested to see what's my distance and how far I could go, or how close I could be to use his shotguns. Here we end up almost team wiping, and right now it's basically just a fight for the last percentage points. Tying 99-99. We're on overtime, and we're all just frantically just trying to get in and get the win. Here I think I get a double kill to wipe out the opposing team, and I believe this is where we get the clinched win. Yeah, I think I get the double, and one more person tries to come in, but it's a little too late. We get the victory. We win the map 2-1. It was an awesome time. I love it. Mark might be yelling in the background. I can't really tell right now, but I know when we won, we were like, hell yeah, man! That was fucking awesome. Like we just stood to it. We kicked ass. I think Mark, or Reveler Big Bang, he ended up getting like 32 kills. I finished the map with, I believe I went 28-8, if I'm not mistaken. I used McCree at the beginning. I think McCree, I think I'm getting maybe like 8 kills. I'm not 100% sure. But I know with Reaper, I kind of went in. I finished, I think, with Reaper 18-4. And I believe with McCree, I went 8-4. So I think in total, I finished 26-8, or somewhere along those lines. Yeah, 26-8. But overall, I had a lot of fun. I'm going to end the video here. Obviously, there's only a couple of seconds left. But if you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Cheers.